April 6th, right?
Why don't you open it up for another 100?
That's what it's.
I know it was.
Open it up for another 100. I think I'll sell them. I'll say that. I'll start it. Here in a minute.
I guess it's, my clock says 5:30.
Okay, let's go.
We'll start, call this meeting to order. I'm sorry I'm a few seconds late. Welcome, everyone. If you'll join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'll get organized here, hopefully. And we will start with a roll call. Ms. Harris, will you help us with that?
Sure. Councilmember Lynn is excused, but we do have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. We've got an agenda before us. Is there any changes that we need to consider before we move on?
I make a motion to accept the agenda as it is written.
Mr. Welling with a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Sellers seconding. Is there any discussion? There's no discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? We have an agenda. We have got the minutes from February 21st. Any concerns with those minutes? If not, we'll acknowledge those as they've been prepared and go to the work session of February 28th. Same thing there. Any? Keep grinding the. I need to move this other mouse that the judge uses. I'm getting confused. No, it doesn't work on this computer. Any concerns with the minutes of February 28th? If not, we will acknowledge those as well, and we'll go on to the bills. Got a warrant register with today's date on it. Questions, concerns, comments? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Lynch, motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Mr. Welling, seconding. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? That's approved as well. And we'll go on to the revenue and expenditure report for January. Similar thing there. Any questions, comments?
I just want to thank Trudy for the detail of those last reports she's given out. There's a lot of information. I appreciate it.
Excellent.
I'll make a motion to approve the revenue and expenditure report.
Mr. Perks with the motion, Mr. Lynch seconding. Any discussion on the motion? If there's no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? That's approved as well. Thank you. Council comments. Mr. Lynch, what do you have for us tonight? Nothing? Mr. Perks.
Like everybody else, I'm sick of snow, so looking forward to spring.
I hear you.
But other than that, I have nothing.
Okay. Mr. Welling.
I second his sick of snow. And appreciate Gordon and your crews for, gosh, it's sure nice to drive on a dry road.
The few lucky where's the dry one?
Harrison? There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. There's some, but they're full of, they got a bunch of chuck holes. But I appreciate your crew. I saw you out on that little articulating machine that fits no one out clear. You must have put 8 hours in that thing or more. Couldn't get out or, but, and people appreciate having the sidewalks cleared off also. So if you pass that on to the crews, that we
Absolutely.
truly appreciate, and it's not over yet apparently. We hope for a slow melt. Doesn't get hot and rain like it is supposed to on Friday. So other than that, and also the cheer and dance team are competing at state tomorrow, so wish them luck. The basketball teams didn't make it, unfortunately, so
Watched both of those games. Sadly, they weren't successful.
they weren't successful. So that's all I have for tonight.
Excellent. Thank you. Mr. Sellers.
Just kind of my normal, I mean, it seems it's nice. I mean, I was getting ready, I looked at the clock and I thought, wow, because it's light now. And so, but even with the light getting, March and April are bad months for suicide, and I don't know why that is. I think people start feeling well enough to do bad things, and I just want to remind people 988, and there's help out there, and watch for people who are stressing. And I don't remember the name of the person, but the Senior Citizens Center got a new executive director as of yesterday.
Oh,
And
I've not heard that.
I was talking to Joy today and several other, and they're very excited and very, very, very optimistic. He's already one day on the job and has already made some changes that's going to save him a lot of money, and put things in line. So I think that's a win for not only Evanston but the whole county as well, because Senior Citizens covers everybody. So just wish them that it continues and we get out underneath all that turmoil that they have had. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Hageman.
National Women's Day is tomorrow, so a shout out to all the women that rock and make this world go round. And you're married to, and you raise, and you that work hard at home and on the job. And the other thing is, in honor of International Women's Day, Dennis from Yellow Cup and his wife, we're making brownies to give out as samples all day today that I had to smell. So please, for the love of my waistline, go to the Yellow Cup tomorrow and partake in the brownies, because if you don't, I will. My office is right above, in the Blythe now, right above the... Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. So come on by.
Excellent. Thank you.
So if you get brownies, you'll be at the doghouse.
Yeah. So, I better stop by and get some. I think the only thing I'll add is I think this weekend is it daylight savings or daylight losing time, whatever it is. We spring forward, right? So do we lose an hour or gain an hour? I think we lose an hour, don't we?
The hours are still the same.
Yeah, I know. So it must be daylight losing time. This go around.
One end and sewing it to the bottom.
Well, yeah, I hear you, but it is what it is, I guess. So. But yes, I agree with everything that was said. We have no public hearings or special orders, nor do we have any consent agenda, but we do have some unfinished business, and we'll start there with ordinance 2301. Ms. Kirby, please. Do we need to read that title again? I don't know. Do we need to?
Up to you, Mayor. This is the third and final reading.
Let's go ahead and read it just to make sure that we're all aware of what we're doing here.
Ordinance 23-01, ordinance of the City of Evanston, Wyoming, amending Section 1537, pettit larceny, and adding Section 1537.1, theft of services, to the City Code to amend the title and mirror the monetary language of state statute for theft of Section 1537 and codify the criminal act of theft of services in Section 1537.1.
Thank you. Chief.
Yes, sir. Like I said before, this is not a gotcha law. This is a law that will protect local businesses like restaurants and hotels. Someone decides to skip out without paying for the meal or leave without paying for the room. Some stuff is covered in Wyoming state statute, but it will open up our city court and be able to enforce it within city court. Like I said before, circuit court handles highway patrol, sheriff's office, all state statutes, and sometimes they get overlogged, and this will allow us to make sure people get their day in court for both the victim and the suspect.
Thank you. And there's been no change in the language of the document since the beginning that I've
No,
been
sir.
able to see? Okay.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comment, please, Mr. Oh, I thought you. Wetzel. Okay. Do we have a motion to approve ordinance 2301 on third and final reading?
I'll make that motion to approve.
Mr. Sellers, the motion is there a second?
I'll second it.
Mr. Welling seconding. Any discussion? Yeah, we remove that. There's no further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Is there any opposed? That is approved. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Your Honor, members of council.
Ordinance 2302. Ms. Kirby, please.
This is the second reading of an ordinance approving and authorizing a zone change from property in the city of Evanston, Wyoming, from community business developing to business light manufacturing redevelopment as requested by J.G. Brothers and of the land more particularly described herein.
Thank you.
Yes, hi.
Dwayne, please.
So the applicant who owns this property is proposing to change the zoning from a community business developing to business light manufacturing redeveloping. So the area that is proposed for the rezone is shown on the map here in yellow. It's located along the north side of West Cheyenne Drive, between West Cheyenne Drive and the interstate, and Yellow Creek Road. That's off to the right side of the map, and Overthrush Road to the left side of the map. So that's the property in question. It's approximately just short of 12 acres of property. Go ahead. So on third final reading, you will review a resolution for a change in our master plan, city master plan. Our master plan currently shows this future land use as highway business, so the master plan will be changed at that point to reflect the proposed zoning. So a business light manufacturing land use is what that would be changed to. The next map is the zoning map. As you can see, it's currently zoned community business developing. That section that's highlighted dark black is proposed to be changed again to business light manufacturing redeveloping. This zone change is connected to a proposed subdivision, and on the next slide, I believe, there it is, that area that's shown in the pink shade area is the area proposed for the zone change. It does follow lot lines within the subdivision that they're considering. The Planning Commission has reviewed this request at a public hearing at the February meeting of the Planning Commission, and they have forwarded a positive recommendation for the zone change.
Okay. Any questions for Dwayne before we move on? We're on second reading here, so we've still got some time to, if some, and again, there's nothing changed from the original documents that I've been able to see.
Nope, it's still all the same.
There's one minor
I'm sorry?
change, Your Honor, only the sponsor. I had originally had Mr. Lynch, Councilman Lynch, as the sponsor.
Okay.
Because that was on Mr. Bowles' previous ordinance when the Ellingfords brought this up the first time.
Okay.
But last meeting, Councilperson Perks was the sponsor.
Okay. So we got that
that's the
fixed.
only change.
Okay, okay. Well, we've got a sponsor, we've got a first reading. I'll entertain a motion to approve ordinance 2302 on second reading.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Mr. Perks. Mr. Sellers seconding. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? That's approved on second reading. And we will go on to new business. There, Resolution 2319. Ms. Kirby, read that title for us, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Resolution 2319 is a resolution of the City of Evanston, Wyoming, authorizing the execution of a contract for services with Securamax and Provision Solutions Incorporated to provide software service and hosting for law enforcement purposes.
Thank you.
Mayor, Council,
Please.
this agreement with Securamax is for the new Provision dash cameras that were installed in our two newest patrol vehicles. Our current system, L3 Mobile Vision, have become discontinued. We're unable to get new units or even parts for the units we have. So this agreement actually provides a service contract and cloud hosting for the storage of the dash cam video. So rather than have a in-house server that we maintain, the videos are uploaded to the cloud with SecuriMax and are available for viewing from there. The cloud hosting and storage is pretty much becoming a standard among all the manufacturers of the dash cameras. So that's something that's kind of become the standard. Hosting your own server is not really practical or cost effective anymore due to the requirements needed. These newer modern systems have a lot more analytics and stuff that works in the back end that it's better to let them host it and maintain, and their servers have redundancies and backups and everything like that as well. The agreement for the vehicles is month to month, so we're just going to go month to month. There's not a particular contract length, and it's $55 per month per device.
We've not used this service before. This is a new thing, so.
This is a new thing.
Okay.
I think our existing dash cameras, the oldest ones, are probably getting pretty close to 10 years old.
Okay.
As well as the server itself.
I'm assuming you made this choice based on, is there other companies that do this, or are they like the gold standard, or how did you decide?
So actually, this particular company for dash cameras, we purchased, well, with COVID and the issues with getting the vehicles, we actually purchased these dash cameras back in, I believe, around 2020. But by the time we actually got those vehicles in and got them outfitted was just this last fall. But the standard, the Wyoming Highway Patrol actually had L3 Mobile Vision as well, just like the ones that we currently utilize. And they actually just changed their entire fleet over to a company, and they're also utilizing cloud storage. And with the project we have with getting the mobile data terminals and the laptops and the computers, each vehicle also has a router now in every vehicle. So the video actually will upload just directly from the vehicle as they're out and about. Currently, they'd have to drive back to the police department and be within range of the access point on the back to upload the video to the server. By uploading to the cloud, it will just upload from the vehicle in real time.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. Well.
Cost factor, but more convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some trade-offs. Trying to get prices on hosting your own, and they kind of price you out of it anymore. That's kind of almost anything nowadays. They're pushing cloud hosting for just in other aspects of technology too.
So you feel more comfortable with this system? And you, personally, I mean, you're the one who's spearheading this, I imagine. So you feel more comfortable, you feel safer? I mean, obviously it's for accountability, but it's also to keep you guys safe and keep a record. And this is the one you've
It is. I mean,
picked.
the system we have right now just basically records video and then just uploads it. These newer systems will have the option of, if we need to release a video, you can actually redact faces, logos, and it uses kind of an AI in a way to follow that across the screen. And then the audit trail in the cloud, it'll be a lot easier and more intuitive for the audit trail. So if we'll know if an officer downloads it, if it ends up on Facebook, and it shouldn't be ending up on Facebook or social media and other places. There's also a lot of the cloud-hosted options give you an option for streaming live too. So that could come in handy if, they end up having a pursuit and the administration's not working. Maybe it's after hours or they're on vacation. They can get on and watch it live, see what's going on. They can figure out the factors going on in the pursuit, decide if it's still justified in continuing the pursuit or we should terminate. And we can share the video through the cloud with prosecuting agencies a lot easier. Currently, I have to burn CDs and discs and deliver them to the court. This will let you share it with certain people that are authorized to look at it, and there'll be an audit trail that you shared it with so-and-so. I believe that there's even like expirations you can set, like it's only available for them, you know, to access it for this period of time, and kind of controls like that as well.
It seems like the back end of this will save the department a lot of money and time and resources.
And that's true. Sometimes cloud hosting can be a hard pill to swallow because the trade-off for, you know, obviously as we go along, this is 2 vehicles. As we go along, we're going to have more vehicles as we, you know, need to get the other ones upgraded. I mean, if we can't get new parts or new units in our old system, and it's, you know, kind of becoming, you know, a maintenance issue, trying to get parts for them.
I haven't bought a CD recently. How much are those?
Honestly, I don't know. The last time I ordered a stack, it's usually the easiest thing because we have to make enough copies for defense attorneys for discovery. And, you know, this could, you know, potentially maybe even replace that. We could share it with defense attorneys. If we need to redact certain things or aspects of the video, we can make the redaction first and then share it with the defense team. This particular brand of cameras, we had, like I said, we had bought in 2020, and since then we've obviously that's been almost 3 years now. We have discovered some other brands of cameras. The Wyoming Highway Patrol actually went with GTAC, which is the same brand of the laptops that we went with. And so we're kind of looking at those, and that's part of the reason why we're just doing month to month with this company, so that we may have the option if we evaluate them. And we kind of bought the 2 units more for an evaluation period. And we knew at the cloud hosting we didn't have to invest in a bunch of expensive hardware to see how they worked out for us. So this may not be the company that we stay with, but that's what we had bought a few years ago, and we're going to give that an evaluation and go from there.
Seems reasonable. Is there introduction on this resolution?
I'll introduce the motion to pass.
Mr. Welling? Mr. Seller seconding. Discussion.
You said there's redundancy built in it, so it's...
On the cloud hosting end, they've got redundancy in their servers for availability, and then they back up their servers too in the cloud.
You and I both know when you need it, it's gone.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Further discussion? Nothing further. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? That's approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Justin. Comments from departments. Mr. Robinson, you have anything back there from us?
Thank you for your comments. We work hard at it. We do our best to handle calls as they come up. This time of year, we see a lot more of each other than we do of our families.
Well, that's no kidding. Appreciate it. Yeah, no kidding. Thank you. Chief Ranish, you have anything for us more? Okay. Thank you. Ms. Lim?
No, just speaking of snow, I know Carolyn gets a lot of crazy phone calls today. I was talking to her this morning too, so shout out to her as well out there. Because I think everyone's getting tired.
Well, good point. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Remember that.
Very much harder.
Undoubtedly. Probably more than she cares to sometimes. Mr. Ehlers, do you have anything more for us? Okay. Mr. Barker. Mr. Jacobson, you have anything more for us? Sheriff?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Kirby?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. Public participation. Is there anyone here from the public that would like to address the council for any reason? If not, we will adjourn.